Hello everyone, this is Yash Saxena and you are watching Krishi Jagran Business, only platform that keeps you updated with all the agri news of the world and nation. Guys, we are back with our weekly bulletin. Let's have a look at the top headlines of the week. PM Kisan Samman Nidhi, tightening 13th installment disbursement rules. Tomar inaugurated the 29th edition of the Krishi Vigyan Kendras regional workshop for Madhya Pradesh and Chhattisgarh. AQI in Delhi on Sunday remains in the very poor category at 331. Punjab government is considering restricting the use of paddy varieties that are more than 150 days old. PM Modi to inaugurate several projects in Andhra Pradesh and Telangana. To improve school meals, the USDA invest $50 million in school and food industry. These were the top headlines from this week. Let's have a look at the news in detail. The rules governing the PM Kisan Yojana have been made extremely stringent in order to prevent future waging. Every beneficiary farmer will be required by law to have his land documents verified first. The PM Kisan Samman Nidhi scheme's 13th installment is still a long way off, but farmers across the country, including those in Delhi NCR, are already looking forward to it. Under this scheme, each beneficiary farmer's account receives 2,000 rupees. Following the exposure of numerous cases of irregularities, the PM Kisan Yojana rules have been made extremely stringent in order to prevent the future risk. Every farmer who is beneficiary will be required by law to have his land documents verified first. Beneficiary farmer's land record must be verified in this case. If this is not done, the beneficiary farmer will be denied the 13th installment of PM Kisan Samman Nidhi, which is worth Rs 2,000. Union Agriculture Minister Narendra Singh Tomar inaugurated the 29th regional workshop of Krishi Vigyan Kendras (KVKs) of Madhya Pradesh and Chhattisgarh today in Morena, Madhya Pradesh. Agriculture is a vast and difficult field that will be passed down through generations. All KVKs and agricultural scientists have made significant contribution to the country's agricultural development and will continue to do so. Tomar stated in reference to the central government's farmers scheme, the Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana is nothing short of a boon for farmers and that every farmer should take advantage of it. Farmers have received compensation totaling Rs 1.24 lakh crore under this scheme over the last 6 years. Speaking on the occasion, the Union Minister Tomar stated that Prime Minister Narendra Modi wants people to be drawn to agriculture and that this encouragement has been extended to scientists and farmers alike. Our agricultural landscape in the world is in good shape. The National Capital's Air Quality Index AQI remains in the very poor category. Earlier this week, the AQI has shown some improvement on Thursday and Friday, but has drained again. The overall air quality remained in the very poor category on Sunday with the AQI reading 331 at 9 am. Despite fewer stubble burning cases this year, pollution levels in Delhi and the entire National Capital region remained unchanged for previous year. According to Indian Agriculture Research Institute IARI, there were fewer stubble burning incidents in Punjab, Haryana and Uttar Pradesh from September to November this year. The next story is from Punjab. The Punjab government is planning to restrict the use of paddy varieties that are more than 150 days old. The government is considering the measures to prevent stubble burning in Punjab, Haryana and the other states, including prohibiting the cultivation of paddy varieties that take more than 150 days to mature for harvesting. Stopping such varieties could give farmers enough time to plant wheat, according to experts. Currently, Pusa 44 variety, having over 150 days duration and 8 ton per hectare yield, occupies about 10% of the total paddy area of about 29 to 30 lakh hectares in Punjab. To control the stubble burning cases, the government has fined and blacklisted 1,000 farmers in Ludhiana and neighbouring districts earlier this week. Officials revealed that violators were fined Rs 11.35 lakh in environmental compensation, the state's maximum for burning at least 37 of the total 2,58,600 hectare area under paddy cultivation. Farmers, on the other hand, have adopted scientific stubble management in over 54% of the district's total paddy cultivation area, paving the way for environmental protection. Prime Minister Narendra Modi, on his 2 days visit to the 4 southern states, visit Andhra Pradesh and Telangana on Saturday. During his visit to the states, PM Modi launched several new initiatives and schemes worth thousands of crores of rupees. Yesterday, he dedicated several infrastructure projects in Andhra Pradesh, Visakhapatnam, the Andhra Pradesh section of 6-lane Greenfield Raipur-Visakhapatnam Economic Corridor. PM Modi said the economic corridor that is being launched today will improve multimodal connectivity to boost trade and manufacturing in Andhra Pradesh. With these new infrastructure development projects, the coastal regions of Andhra Pradesh will now experience the speedy growth. In Telangana, the Prime Minister announced a fertilizer plant for the nation at Ramagundam, as well as inaugurated and laid the groundwork for numerous development projects in the state. Modi laid the foundation stone for the RFCL fertilizer plant in Ramagundam, Pedapalli district, which has been reopened at a cost of Rs 6,338 crore. Earlier this week, on his southern tour, he gifted the state of Karnataka with a new terminal at the international Kempegowda Airport. The terminal in a garden, 108 feet tall statue of city's founder Kempegowda, also known as the Statue of Prosperity, and he also inaugurated the first Vande Bharat train for the southern states connecting major cities Bengaluru, Mysore and Chennai. USDA's Food and Nutrition Service today announced a $50 million grant opportunity to support collaboration with the food industry in developing the nutritious, appetizing school meals for students. This initiative fulfills a promise made in the administration's national strategy on hunger, nutrition and health. The question here arises is whether should India also start looking into the midday meals issues, because at the end of the day, that food is being served to the future of the nation. Tea Board asks for Rs 1,000 crore financial support for next 5 years. Saurabh Pahari, chairman of Tea Board, has asked for financial help for Rs 1,000 crore for the sector. He said the focus would be on STGs, that is small tea growers, who contribute to 50% of the total production in the nation. Saurabh Pahari told the reporters after the AGM of the Indian Tea Association on Thursday that they have also asked for a subsidy for orthodox tea production, which has a strong potential in the export industry. He said tea exports had dropped but are now picking up. However, domestic production has not picked up as expected. India needs to build the brand image of tea and only as commodity, he added. Tea Board aims to facilitate the cultivation, processing and marketing of tea in India. The board helps with financial assistance to the tea planters, promotes research and development for better quality of tea production, help STGs with various schemes and welfare programs, provides technical support in the unorganized sector and also provides technical support to the cultivators. Prices for potatoes have dropped by 23% in 10 days as traders who had been stockpiling them in anticipation of a price increase have begun to offload them. However, prices of soybean oil, which is as common in Indian households as potatoes, have risen nearly 6% during the same period, because edible oil players have not imported much soybean oil in anticipation of farmers offloading good stocks of harvested soybean in the market. Potato prices had risen this year and many traders had not sold the tuber in anticipation of further increases. According to the trade sources, the traders began releasing the stock as prices remained stable. In Mumbai, the Pesticides Manufacturers and Formulators Association of India, PMFAI, held its 54th annual general meeting. PMFAI organized an industry meeting there which was attended by some of the industry's top brass. Our founder and editor-in-chief, MC Dominic, as well as Senior Vice President P.S. Saini, attended the event. Pradeep Dave, who is the president of PMFAI, kicked off the event, followed by his welcome address. Let's listen to it.
On behalf of PMFAI and industry, I would like to convey our sincere thanks to the Dr. Vishal Chaudhary for his continued support to resolve various problems faced by the industry. COVID pandemic period of last 2 years were most difficult period period in the world, gone through the which thrown several challenges to the humanity. Now, overall business and economic situation is back to the normal. As you all know, even during tough time of pandemic, agriculture sector and agrochemical industry fared very well comparatively with the situation in other sectors, which ensured food security of the nation. Regarding PMFAI, key efforts during 21-22 and the report is already been sent to all members. All members are aware that PMFAI efforts from very beginning of COVID-19 pandemic from March 2000 till date, PMFAI stood up various challenges faced by the industry from time to time and continued to do the so in best interest of the Indian agrochemical industry.
There was also a panel of eminent speakers who shared their thoughts on various vital subjects. Take a note.
People talk about possible food shortage. Our food is there. Population will go up, then it will go down. But for your information, EU, 27 countries, are consuming 335,000 tons of pesticide and producing $230 billion worth of agriculture. Whereas India is consuming 62,000 metric ton of pesticide.
The highlight of the event has been the felicitation of Professor Dr. G.D. Yadav for his contribution to research, innovation and education in green chemistry, catalysis, nanotechnology and chemical engineering. He is a fellow of National Academy of Engineering NAE from Washington DC.
All these agricultural graduates, we have so many agricultural universities. Where do they end up? The farmer's son will never do the farming, you know that? Because he thinks he has become smarter. So he studies agriculture. He ends up in case of Maharashtra, he ends up in Sachivalaya, Mantralaya. Or at the same time, he could become some salesperson somewhere here and there. That is what is happening to all these graduates. So one of the suggestions we had said that in every village there should be at least 2 agro officers. We have so many people, right? And those people will tell the farmers how to spray the fertilizer or even the pesticide. Make use of drone technology because our people, some industries were, including Ghada was in news, that our farmer or the person who is spraying the fertilizer wants to see the bug dead on the spot.
Thousands of villagers have increased their protest against the proposed acquisition of land for the expansion of Azamgarh Airport, fearing displacement and loss of livelihood. Thousands of Azamgarh villagers have intensified their dissent to the proposed acquisition of land for the expansion of the currently dysfunctional Azamgarh Airport under the Ude Desh Ka Aam Nagrik Udan scheme. The Yogi government chose Azamgarh Airport along with Aligarh, Chitrkut, Sonbhadra and Shravasti for upgrade and expansion this year in July. According to the plan, 360 acres of land will be acquired in the first phase, followed by 310 acres in the second phase. According to the villagers, the proposed project will displace 50,000 people. Residents of 4 villages, Jamua, Jimia, Hasanpur and Kadipur, wrote a joint letter to the Chief Justice of India, the Prime Minister's office, the Union Home Minister and the Aviation Minister on October 14, urging them to take cognizance of the matter. Given the steep rise in input cost, the Kerala Cooperative Milk Marketing Federation Programming Committee has decided to recommend an appropriate increase in milk prices. According to an official spokesperson, the price increase will be formalized once the report from the committee of experts formed to investigate the issue is received. Union Textile Minister Piyush Goyal holds a third interactive meeting with the Textile Advisory Group in New Delhi to review initiatives for the cotton value chain. The Textile Minister Piyush Goyal emphasized focusing on the ways to introduce advanced technologies related to high-yielding cotton seeds on priority and encourage the textile industry and industry associations to fund 75,000 handheld kapas plucker machines on completion of 75 years of independence, with distribution support of CCI to cotton farmers. Union Minister Piyush Goyal has said that to increase India's cotton productivity, the supply of good quality seeds is the need of the hour and requires some concrete action from related ministries on a war footing. The 3-day-long exhibition on farming, growth opportunities and food security kicked off on Wednesday in the capital. Agroworld 2022 is being organized at the prominent campus of IARI, USA in New Delhi. Minister of State for Rural Development Fagan Singh Kulsate, along with many other dignitaries, were present at the event. The event was attended by leading agri-food industry experts, senior government officials, entrepreneurs, farmers, scientists and global stakeholders. To mention a few, Dr. William.
Agroworld 2022 is such an important event looking at all the aspects impacting into the productivity of the farmer. You know, farmer is the focus and we bring all stakeholders of this agriculture ecosystem, such as the private sector, the academe, the research institutions, and government to bring the innovations needed to level up productivity. Because
well, looks like such event could go a long way in helping agri-industry of world and India, and we will evolve further. Scientists have long warned that warming temperatures linked to climate change are eating into glaciers and ice sheets around the world, driving rising sea levels, floods and droughts. In Kashmir, where nearly 70% of the population directly or indirectly makes an income through farming, mountain communities rely on a pattern of seasonal snow melt to irrigate their crops, making them especially vulnerable when a heating climate brings unexpected rainfall instead of snow and causes glacier to melt too fast and too early. Farmers there believe that with less water availability, even the fertile farmland becomes useless. According to a report, Jammu and Kashmir is one of the top 5 states and union territories in terms of agriculture income in the country. Over the last 2 years, the administration in Jammu and Kashmir has focused on scientifically improving farming systems and developing markets-oriented policies to make agriculture profitable. Atal Dulu, Additional Chief Secretary, Agriculture Production Department, recently chaired a meeting of officers to review the status of several centrally sponsored schemes and had a detailed review of the district-wise and project-wise status of CSS, including Agriculture Infrastructure Fund, Animal Husbandry Infrastructure Development Fund, and the Fisheries and Aquaculture Infrastructure Development Fund, schemes and projects of National Horticulture Board being implemented in Jammu and Kashmir. So at the end of the bulletin, we have our agriculture question for you, which we bring for you every week and with every bulletin also. So the question is, Suprabha or Survi are the varieties of what? The options are option A, garlic, option B, ginger, option C, wheat, or option D, okra. This is Yash Saxena signing off. Do subscribe to our channel for more agricultural news. Thank you.